there's one major downside to these sinks. It's great that they're producing coupons and stuff, but the major downside is what I've done here is I have set it up. You can see one up there, there. There's one over the quartz over there. I have one set up with a Caterium mine. So I was out exploring, and as you can see way up in the distance up there, I found a Caterium node all the way up there. See there? Yes, so I found a Caterium node right up on top of the mountain. So I decided to bring it down the side of the mountain. So I have resource sinks set up everywhere. But I said the one downside is I have managed to have everything working at the same time. Every part of my factory, except for the thing here. And it's consuming, what, 90% of my power? So the one downside is the fact that when one system shuts down, it usually gives you some power to use some elsewhere. This system, no. If you set them up, you can have your whole factory working constantly. So it can be a true test of. You can see everything's working. I have. Let's see. Here's a splitter. Before storage. Storage is full. I have 6 full of concrete, but still it's producing because it's been fed into the resource sink. So that really leaves me with. I'm actually restricted on power. Even with setting up my six coal miners. So, and the limiting factor at the moment is coal. And I really need to unlock these extra stages. So the advanced steel, I need 200 steel pipes because I need to get the miner Mark II. So what I'm left with is having to maybe produce a substandard steel production off these coal here, so I can unlock it, or potentially set up a nice, potentially cut off all the resource sinks, so it cuts power to the rest of the plant, and then build my steel over here. So my plan is to overclock the miners here, so this miner at the back and the one that's back there can supply this, and this one here is going to start supplying my coal, and there's a couple more iron nodes over there. So I depend on a bit of my steel factory up here. So yeah, that's the decision I'm left with at the moment. But first of all, why am I resource sinks? Well, they stopped last night and I didn't have time to rebuild them and reset it. But before I did, and now I have 35 tokens. So my plan is to spend them. But what on? Well, first of all these, because I want to unlock those. See, that's, where am I now? So I'll buy those. That's perfect. Now they're not purchases, so that leaves me with 26. Organization. Do I go to factory and stairs? I'm not going to buy the cyber wagon yet. It will be something I'll buy. I don't need anything there. Parts. Don't need anything in here either. Ooh. Wait. I'm spending 2 tokens. I am spending 2 tokens on my steel pipes, so I can unlock where is it? that all? I have all the wire? Yes. Those two. Those two. 3. Oh, I never thought of that.
Milestone reached. Improved miner included to double extraction rates and improve efficiency
What is this here?
of new pipelines. A collection of new, more complex parts is now available for crafting. An additional
I
project
can
now
potentially
constructed.
unlock some
Further
of these
progress to the next phase is now possible.
with tokens. Look at I have industrial pipes. I can't. Can I buy any more? Oh, do I? No, one thing at a time. So, Jesus, I never thought of that. Holy shit, man. So now I can actually build the miner Mark IIs. I can... Well, the first thing is to plonk them down on my steel, double up on my power production to 900 megawatts. That'll be from those impure nodes. That means at least then I can look at developing more. Even put the Mark II on here and have it support this whole setup in one fell swoop. Overclock it and it'll be producing enough for the three, all three here, and that whole system. Yeah, so that's it. That's... Geez, that changed quickly. I have to first of all upgrade power, upgrade steel or iron production, and then start my steel production. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so I'll get all that upgraded first, my iron, or sorry, my power and my iron, and I'll get back to you then. Wow, that changed a lot. I didn't even realize that. I was going to spend all the tokens on cosmetic stuff. But I still have all of these running, so if I can keep all of these running, there's 4 at the moment running, so they're sucking up anything that's not being used. Yeah, fantastic. It's brilliant. See you in a second. Last thing actually before I go into all of that is, when is this finished? Yeah, that's the power poles Mark II completed. But
new building unlocked.
I'm starting this. Alright, so that's hard drives. Now, for everyone who used to use the old trick of saving the game just before it loaded, it doesn't work anymore. Once you press start scan, that is the hard drive recipe set. So once that comes out, I have no way of changing it. Unless I reload, go back 10 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is when I get the hard drives, one at a time, I have 3 at the moment, I'm just going to plonk them in, research them, and start unlocking all the alternate recipes. You can see I have loads of slugs, loads of power shards. So that's great, and yeah. Well, I've finished connecting up all my power plant. I've doubled in size, and one word of warning is water flows down. So this was grand. I had these pumps on, set this up, connected this in here. That was perfect. They started working away. But I hadn't the back 3 connected up to electricity. So when I connected this pipe here, this one here, all the water started flowing the wrong direction. It went the other way. And it was flowing back this way into the actual extractors. I had to power on the extractors straight away, and eventually the water tide stopped and turned around and went back up the pipe. So make sure to turn on your extractors first, or a pump like this to stop the backflow of water. That's what happened to me there. So the ballast tanks there on the bottom left, those 2 are full. They alleviate some of the pressure on the system up here. This one is full, I think, again. Yeah. And this one is full. Is this one, just to confirm, is this one down here full now? Yeah. Perfect. So they're both up and running. Where's my nearest power source? There you are. Now I'm producing 900, which is great. That's great. That's perfect. That gives me an extra 400 to play with for my steel production. But first I have to upgrade my iron off my one node up to a Mark II miner and get that working, yeah. So that's the next step. I still have some of these left here when I was climbing all the hills. First blueprint out. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I think this is the best one here at the moment. So I'll go for that. Click that. That's perfect. I'll go back in here. Hard drives, yes please. And stick on the next one. Standing here, with my nuts in my hands, admiring that nice slug over there. Yum yum. Yum yum yum. Anyways, so I've been exploring. You can see all those beacons. I was exploring, trying to find where and what I'm going to have supply, all the iron, copper, all of that stuff over there. In regards my steel factory. And then it started to dawn on me that I was like, I'm definitely not going to have enough power to build what I want to build at the moment. So I crazily done something. I built more power. Lots more power. Lots more power. 2 normal nodes, Mark II miners, overclocked, 120 on a belt, 240 per miner, and all these coal miners. How can I get down quickly without bumping my head? Yes. Do you like my crazy layout? I think it went a bit nuts. 2, 4, 7, 14, 21, 28 coal generators. 7 generators underclocked to 95%, fed by 3 water pumps each. That comes out of the steady 300 water supply at full tilt. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12 waters. Each of them here are feeding into a buffer system, industrial fluid buffer. And then each of those then go upstairs. You can see it nicely glitches through the actual floor again. That looks nice. So this is my coal coming in. 120 on a belt, 120 for each row of coal miners. You can see here my nice layout. I have, I'll try and get off here now without falling off. Right. So there's the water coming in. Another buffer up top. And then each split evenly over, again, a manifold feed. One after the other. On all 4 sides. Then my coal, you can see here, is then split and brought up into every one of the coal generators. And now I have a sweet, wait for it, 2.8 gigawatts of power to use and play with for my steel production. So yes, in my opinion, this is the ideal setup. This uses the water to the max. So this is exactly 300 water. See, every one of these is 95%, uses 43 consumption per minute. What do we just make sure my, so 43 multiplied by 7 equals 301. 301 water per minute. And then each of the generators, I didn't actually check the coal actually. Let me see this coal here. Around here. Coal consumption, it doesn't give me That's 4.2 seconds for one. 60 divided by 4.2 equals 14.28 per generator. 14.28 multiplied by 7 equals 99.96. Oh, nice. I have an extra 20. I could... well, I can't max out the water, but could I have a buffer system and off-feed into... That's 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh, I could build another 3 water and build another 6 jennies off that. Oh, that sounds interesting. That sounds really interesting. But back away from the coal generators. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Oh, well, not that walking. Whoop. That does sound interesting. That's an extra 80 coal. Anyways. Back to steel. Let's actually get back to steel production. Forget about the power. The power's done for now. But yet, I have my nuts in my hand. So yep, that's my power. Hit that like button if you love it, because it's nuts. It took me a couple of hours to put that all together, planning and such, and now it's on Steam. Just a small one. Have anyone else found Pride Rock yet? Yes. And it even has one of those big mama boars and 4 of the smaller ones. I haven't stood on it yet, but I will eventually. But anyways, back to base. Another hard drive. Oh, stitched iron plates. I'm going for that one. Scan. So back to steel. So, right here, near my base, there's my base. You see these 2 bad boys. 2 pure coal nodes. So currently I have got 120 belts. So that's 240. And once I start producing belts, I can start max out to 480. Now that means we go to steel ingots. So 480 divided by 45. Get my calculator. 480 divided by 45 equals... I can run 10 of these bad boys off these 2, which means I'll have 450 steel ingots coming off it. And then... constructor. Oh, I'm missing wire. God. Look at this. Constructors. So then we got steel beams. So 60 in, 15 out. And then I can also steel pipes. So I'll be doing something similar in regards to what I did for my miner challenge. I'm still going to be conscious of power usage. So I will be building enough that they'll be all running at 50% power. Or 50% production. So I'll be using 20 from the 480. And then I'll be dividing those up between steel beams and steel pipes. Well, I want to produce enough for the steel beams so I can start using the steel beams for my belts. And then I'll be using the rest for pipes so I can start producing the reinforced... the modular, what's it called? Where are you? Oh, it's not here yet. Oh no, there's the assembler. Do I have enough assembler? Floor is too steep. Floor is too steep. The assembler. Encased. Ooh. The industrial case, 24 beams, 6 parts, or 28 and 4 parts. Ooh, that looks better. Ooh, interesting. But anyways, let's get the show on the road. I found other coal nodes or iron nodes around, so I'll have to supply in 480 to this, the capacity for 480. So first things first, a floor. Need to build a floor for our factory. I have to say, with the new system of the hard drive, it's hard to know what to go anymore with. So it's just a case of picking one and actually start just working your way through all the alternate recipes. I think that'll be it. Well, there it is so far. That's a lot of steel being produced at the moment. Be down here in my little cart. This guy is so brilliant. Oh man. I'm definitely going to make a course someday out of this. Alright. How we get? Okay, so here's the star. I had to fall down, didn't I? Alright, here's the stats. So, 2 pure coal nodes. These are both overclocked to 113%, producing 270. I have all of these belts upgraded now, so there's pushing out 270 each. If we go up here, we'll be able to see, built a nice highway the whole way over here to the iron nodes. Get up. You can just make them out in the distance there. See them? There's one and one right beside the highway. So these again are both pushing out 270 iron ore. So what that means, I have 2 rows here. Now again, I'm running all these machines at 50% to try and make the power conserve a lot more. Now if you notice, we have a big row of machines. There's 12 machines on either side. That means they're processing 270 iron ore and coal per minute and producing 270 steel ingots. So it's 270 each side. That's 520 steel ingots. Now my future plan for this place is to just go Lula with steel here in this part of the desert. Because again, with the pure nodes, the normals, and I could add in another 2 normal or pure, and I can be effectively, I think Mark 5 is 780 or 900, or the max for Mark 3 is 700 something. So yeah, the potential is there to produce a lot. So at the moment what I've done is I've just got the steel plates producing here for the moment, just so I have a stockpile for belts. I just need a stockpile because potentially if I want to open up my power, I'll have enough belts for over. So, but these currently only using, was it 30, 60, 90, 120. 120, that means there's 150 left over. And I'm using 120 ingots on the far side as well to produce steel plates. And again, I can change these all to steel pipes. But there is a lot more scope there with this. So the next part stage of this is actually to build the the reinforced steel pipes. So what I'll need to do then is get a limestone node. Now where's the closest? There's one over here somewhere. There's one there. Yeah, see there. There's a limestone now the whole way over there, down past the iron. 500, see lime and normal. Pull that over and start using it to produce. Now, I'm not sure whether to use, I'll take a look at whether the steel pipes or the steel beams are the best to be using to produce the reinforced. But again, I need to start mass producing that also here so that I can lastly upgrade the last stage of my transit tubes. Very interesting there. Gonna have a bit of fun with those. But yeah, let me jump. I'm gonna jump straight into getting these steel, reinforced steel done. Get that set up, and we'll take it from there. As you can see, nice third floor on our steel production plant, which can only mean one thing. We have our final step of our steel production finalized. You can see there's the limestone gone up. And one thing I've done is I brought it over as limestone and not as concrete. That is something I will have to probably adjust down the road. But for now, it's limestone. And I'm actually converted to concrete upstairs. Yeah, so this is my 270 ingots being produced. Sending them upstairs. And then most of them being processed into steel beams. Yeah, steel beams. And then I have some being processed into steel pipes. Oh my god, I nearly fell off. And then I have these get upstairs into this. So I took the alternative recipe here for this, which is steel beams and concrete, not steel pipes. This gives you a better output, parts per minute. So again, 50%. Gotta conserve that power, make it last. And that's 9,369 encased industrial beams per minute. And then I have the concrete. You can see the concrete being made over here and piped over. But I will probably change that. I think I might actually produce the concrete on site, because then I can actually export more per belt than the ore itself. And then as you see here, I have these running downstairs. Both the beams and industrial encased beams. Those go down here. And these are my 3 industrial containers for my 3 products. So there's the steel pipes, steel beams, and the industrial beam. So it's fantastic. Bring some of this, sort that out. I have a few containers lying around that I need to tidy up. Bits and bobs in them. Whoop! There's one. But last thing, before we finish this up, we're going to take a little spin. As you can see here, I extended my roadway over here. So this is actually connected the whole way over to the coal as well, and then the coal is coincided with the coal power plant. So I think what I'm going to do, these roads are they're exactly west, north, south, east, west. So it's lined with the 4 cardinal directions. I think I'm going to use this angle as the baseline for the rest of any build on this planet. And I've noticed that quite a few times. When it kicks me out, he gets out very close to the edge. Or she gets very... Oh, look at that. Anyways. Let's produce tickets. 2 more. Which is great. Slowly but surely, those 2. And once I start, I can maybe put a 3rd one over the steel. Down here. And I'm going to unlock one last thing before I finish up. Did I not bring steel tubes? Did I not bring steel tubes? Ah! Back in a second. I'm back. I got me steel tubes. And my... Now we've unlocked hyper tubes!
Milestone reached. FICSIT Incorporated
So
has
that's
processed
everything
and
finished.
incorporated frequent pioneer requests for pipe-based personal transport. Introducing Hypertubes. Safe, aesthetic, adaptable, fun. Enjoy a view of your hard work as you soar through incredibly tight turns. Build them today. Note: FICSIT Incorporated is not responsible for any harm caused by irresponsible use of this product.
No, they're not taking any responsibility. You can't sue if you break your neck. So, I've unlocked Hypertubes. I have my steel finished. I have my iron produced at the moment, but it's not that best. That could do a lot more there. But yeah, that took, and the increase in the coal power, that took quite a while as well. So that's summer sloop up there. I only after noticing that now. How have I passed by these dunes? What's up around here? Oh, look at it. That's why I've never gone. Right, we can't leave that there. Come on. Ah, no, we'll leave it there. But yes, Hypertubes. I think I'm gonna have some fun with those the next episode. How about we build a course around the mountains? Well, the first thing I have to build is a course between my bases, between my section of the base, the coal plant, here and here. But I wouldn't mind being able to whip around the mountains. But that's for another day, because today I'm finished with this episode. Glad to have the steel out of the way. And a crap ton of power. Look at that, I was doing 700. So the power is definitely starting to consume a lot now. And I'd say especially when I get the systems all up and running and have them all feeding into a resource sink, there's definitely going to be a lot of strain on the power. But again, I have the potential of doubling that figure easily with the coal that's over there. But that's for another day. So we'll see you later. Have a nice evening, day, morning, whatever time you're watching this at. Slán.